Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Samson, the Roadman. Today we'll be looking at the top 10 legitimate and potentially lucrative business ideas and investment opportunities that currently exist right here in Zambia. Okay, so I'll be looking at all these things. So if you're new on my channel, kindly consider subscribing. Turn on the bell notification so that whenever I do post a new video, you guys shouldn't miss any single of my upload. I do a lot of travel videos, so I've moved places to places, and that's why today I've decided to sit down and make this video so that I tell you about the different opportunities that really are legitimate and are also lucrative at the same time. So this is not like the get rich quick kind of opportunities, but these are legit opportunities that are actually going to give you lots of money in the long run. So you may want to sit back, relax, especially if you're watching from outside Zambia, because I know there are a lot of people that are watching from different parts of the world that may actually be wanting to venture into some of these opportunities that we actually have available in Zambia. Okay, so remember to do these three things only that I'm asking of you guys: to like this particular video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also turn on the bell notification so that whenever I post a new video, you don't miss any single of my upload. Okay, let's get started. Look at the number one. Number one is agriculture. Now, when you look at the term agriculture, it's very broad. So I want to narrow it down to something that I've researched on a bit, and that is to do with maize and soybeans. So like some of you may know that Zambia's staple food is what you call nshima. Now, nshima is made actually from maize. Okay, purely from maize. Of course, there are other things that you may use to make nshima, but the majority of Zambians eat nshima made out of maize. So that tells you the demand of maize is always high in Zambia. So I would ask that those that are thinking of venturing into agriculture, you can actually concentrate on maize and soya beans. Okay, why do I say so? Again, it has a high demand locally and regionally. Like in the southern part of Africa, most of us eat nshima, so the demand is always high. Like take for example in Tanzania, Malawi, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, all these countries actually eat nshima made out of maize. So you can tell you that the demand is always high, and the price for maize is always good as well. So if you venture into maize, you're not going to make a loss, but you'll be able to get back your money and a bit of profit on top. So this, like I said, is something that you're looking at it as a long-term project, not like a get rich quick kind of scheme. Okay, so let us look at cattle ranching in Zambia. Okay, because this is also part of some sort of farming way. So Zambia's growing beef industry offers opportunities for cattle farming and breeding. Just in August, I was at the agriculture and commercial show, where I actually had an amazing time there, because I learned a lot from farmers in this regard. Those that are doing cattle breeding, and cattle ranching as well. Of course, others are doing like goat farming, goat breeding and stuff like that, which is super amazing. So in this regard, the number of farmers, of course, that are doing cattle breeding, of course, there are not that many, but then most of the farmers have really like concentrated on cattle ranching, for beef and stuff. So it's a big opportunity for those that have some knowledge when it comes to cattle ranching or cattle breeding to actually come into Zambia and invest in some of these, take advantage of these opportunities that are still existing in Zambia. And if you look at Zambia's location, of course, Zambia, we say it's a landlocked country, but if you look at it, it has a lot of advantages. I mean, in this region, because it's more like a center of all these countries. So if you have, for example, you've got a goat breeding company or farm right here in Zambia, it is easy for you to supply all these countries that are surrounding. Like Zambia is neighboring about 9 countries, so that's like a lot. that's like a lot. And there's these other countries that are very nearby, like South Africa, countries such as Rwanda. They're still close to Zambia, so you'll be able to deliver some of these products that you have that may come from this kind of an opportunity. And so yeah, just take advantage of this one. It's a very big opportunity, cattle ranching and breeding right here in Zambia. Okay, so number 3, mining and energy. So when it comes to mining and energy, Zambia, you've always known like Zambia has it's actually one of the best producers of copper in the world. But not only copper, I wanted to focus on an opportunity that many don't actually focus on, but this is the gemstone industry, gemstone mining. So if you've got a bit of money, you can actually venture into it. Zambia has some of the best when it comes to gemstone, like emeralds and rubies. So you can actually get into that industry and begin to mine what you're calling the gemstone found dotted around in all the parts of Zambia, all the 10 provinces of Zambia. There is at least a bit of gemstones. Okay, the world, Zambia has produced some of the best emeralds, for your own information. Okay, so venture into that one. It's a very good opportunity for everyone, especially if you've got a bit of money. You can start from there and then move into copper and stuff like that. Okay, let's look at number 4, which is solar energy. Solar energy, guys. Okay, you can actually come into Zambia and invest in solar farms, or maybe become a distributor of solar panels, just to capitalize on Zambia's abundant sunlight. Because like in Zambia, we've got the sun that comes out almost throughout the year. Like right now we're getting into the rainy season, but you can actually see that the sun is always like shining, so you can actually invest in solar farms and start distributing solar power, or you invest in solar panels. You start distributing the solar panels to most Zambians, and right now it's a very good opportunity. I've seen when I was moving around in town, like a lot of shops actually have like solar panels, but what matters is also the quality of it. If you have some of the quality solar panels and also solar batteries, because this time around we don't have like electricity, like hydro electricity that is being distributed often or given often to customers. So this is the time where actually this is a very big opportunity right about now, because everyone is trying to go solar. Okay, so your quality this time around is going to matter, because a lot of these panels, a lot of these batteries that are on the market, you find that they don't really like meet the the standard that is required. But people go for cheap things, but the moment they find that there's an opportunity for something that is durable, something that lasts long, then they all move to that one. So when you're thinking of investing in solar panels, thinking of solar energy, think of bringing in quality stuff, quality solar panels, quality solar batteries. That way you're going to enjoy yourself and get a lot of recommendations from different people, So that's another opportunity that I wanted to share with you guys. So now we're going to look at real estate and construction. Now when it comes to real estate and construction, I've done so many videos on different areas that are actually developing right here in Zambia. So in this case, I'm purely looking at property development. Okay, in this case, I'm purely looking at property development. Now you can start like build and sell or rent residential and commercial properties in growing areas. And if you want to see some of the areas that especially like in Lusaka, the areas that are growing, you may watch some of my videos and you'll be able to see that there are a lot of places that are growing. If you want to venture into, go there, buy some properties, some plots, build houses, put them on rent, or maybe commercial buildings and stuff like that. So there's always this opportunity. Zambia is still young when it comes to development, so there's always this opportunity. Just recently I went to another area which is called Kavango West, where I found that the area is developing, and it's developing like real quick. So but it's really like close to the city of Lusaka, about 6 to 8 miles away from Lusaka CBD. So that tells you that most of these Lusaka parts, you may be talking about, oh, land in Lusaka is almost finished, but just a few miles away from here, you're still able to find land, which I think is good. But it's high time those that have got like a bit of money, you can go there in such kind of areas that are growing. Put up some structures, rent them out. I was actually did a video about somebody that was selling like a lodge which is still incomplete. Those are some properties that you can actually venture into and make sure that you improve them in other ways. And if you want, you can sell them at the end of it, or if you want, you can actually put them on rent and start enjoying that money in the comfort of your home. So that's about real estate development. I've done a lot of videos about the best gated communities here. I've done some videos about areas that are developing, neighborhoods that are just developing right now. So you can check some of those of my videos right on my channel, so that you can have an idea of what kind of houses, what kind of properties are developing right now in Lusaka, Zambia. And then from there, you can actually choose which one you want to get into. Okay, so let us look at again real estate investment trust rates. Invest in existing properties. I've actually touched on that one. You can actually also invest in existing properties and earn rental income. It can be done because there are a lot of houses. If you walk around just in Lusaka here, in one of the best gated communities, which is called, for example, Kingsland City, there are houses that are still being sold even today. If you go to places like Foxdale Forest, you find there's land that is still being sold. There are houses that are still being sold right now. So you can buy those houses and turn them into whatever that you want. If you want it to continue being a house, or you want it to change it, you can do it, and just be sure that you'll be able to get a bit of money out of it. Let us move to another investment opportunity that exists right here in Zambia, guys. So this time around, I want to look at manufacturing industry. Okay, and in this case, I want to focus on food processing. Why do I want to focus on this one? Because mostly, like in most African countries, we don't have like processing industries. All we have is we produce, and then the processing is done somewhere else. That is the real case scenario when it comes to most African countries. That is just the truth. Most of us, we produce, but the processing is usually done outside our countries, outside the continent. So what would happen if we bring these processing plants right here at the source where these things are being produced? Okay, so that's why I want to focus on food processing. Now, process local agricultural products for domestic and export markets. There's a lot of people that have actually been asking me about this one. So when you're looking at food processing, you're looking at you being able to process local agricultural products for domestic and export markets. The agriculture, instead of us producing the agricultural products and then we send them out and then they come back as processed products, let it be done locally, and then it will be cheap for you and also for the local markets. It will, because you'll be doing everything just within. So that is another opportunity for people that have got money, that are thinking of actually getting into Zambia and do like businesses. So that is an opportunity for you guys. Come up with food processing plants right here in Zambia. Then you are going to get the raw materials or the produce at a very, very cheap price, and then you're going to, in return, after processing, the local markets are actually going to get it at a very affordable price because everything is being done within. Okay, let us look at textile manufacturing. So like in Zambia, some time back, we used to have what we used to call in the Mulungushi textiles. This used to be located in Kabwe, central province of Zambia. But down the years, it was closed, and then of course they're now trying to revamp it and stuff like that, which doesn't seem to work. So like mostly in Zambia, I've done some videos where I went to a place in Lusaka which is called the Soweto Market, where people go to buy second-hand clothes. Okay, second-hand clothes are the main thing here in Zambia. People, that's what we wear almost every day. It's rare that you find people that are buying new clothes. Why? Because we've been accustomed to that from time immemorial. Because why? We don't have our own industries that produce our clothes for us. So textile manufacturing, you can actually come here and set up such kind of plants, produce clothing, fabric, and other textiles for local and regional markets. So you can be exporting, like in the southern part of Africa, you can export all these beautiful fabrics that are being manufactured right here in Zambia. It is something that the locals will actually support you, and because not everyone is happy. For example, not everyone is happy to buy second-hand clothes. I mean, it's just that we don't have options. But if we did, we can actually be buying new clothes and set up this beautiful textile manufacturing plant right here in Zambia, and you're going to be supported. That one I can assure you. Okay, let's move and look at some other service-based industries actually. So tourism, that's the first one that I want to look at when it comes to service-based industries. Tourism. Because why? Because I'm interested in that, because I do travel videos and I move around the country showcasing the beauty of Zambia and other parts of Africa. So tourism, when you're looking at tourism in this case, I'm looking at, you can actually invest like in lodges, hotels, or tour operations to capitalize on Zambia's tourism potential. Because Zambia, like I said earlier, that Zambia is located in the central part of southern Africa. So it being a landlocked country these are some of the advantages that it has. You can come here, you tour. When you're touring Africa, especially southern Africa, you can't miss out Zambia, because Zambia has got a lot of beautiful things. Apart from just the mighty Victoria Falls, Zambia has more than 130 waterfalls, beautiful waterfalls that are dotted around the country. Waterfalls such as Kundalila Falls, Mambirima Falls, all these Kalambo Falls, all these falls that are located on the northern circuit of Zambia, which has remained actually undeveloped for so long. It's very difficult for you to, and this is the reason why some of these waterfalls are not even known to the world out there. Despite them being magnificent, being beautiful waterfalls, they still remain unknown because they're not very accessible. But if people can go there, set up lodges. It's difficult to find accommodation. For example, if I'm going to Kalambo Falls, they'll only find maybe 1 or 2 lodges, which is the Kalambo Lodge and I don't know the other one. But there are only a few lodges around these waterfalls, especially on this northern circuit of Zambia. So if you want to get into tourism, you can capitalize on that one. Set up lodges, or especially in the northern circuit, dot them around the waterfalls, the main towns, in those beautiful towns. So you can actually attract a lot of people. People will start to be moving there, because whenever there's a function, for example in Mansa, if there's a function, then you notice that within a short period of time, the lodges will be booked, fully booked, all of them. Okay, and people will have difficulties to find where to stay. So this is another opportunity for you guys that you can actually venture into, come up with lodges, hotels, and be present in these particular areas where you find a lot of waterfalls right here in Zambia. Okay, so let us look at the financial services. So under the financial services, you can actually offer financial services like microfinance, insurance, or investment advisory, So, like always people are looking for these small loans. You can give out loans, that is. Also, advice is very important. For somebody to start a business, you always want to consult and things like that. So you can actually offer that if you're an expert in that particular industry. So you can give that financial advice to people that are willing to pay for it. I know for most Africans, this is not our thing. Like, we just want to try and error and stuff like that. But there are those that are elite, those that are always careful when they are venturing into a business. They want to make sure that they actually do the right thing. So financial advice is very important in this particular case. So if you have that knowledge, you can actually be the one to be giving out the financial advice that people need out there. Okay, so that's about it. Let's look at the information and technology. Information technology is developing like really quick. But for most African countries, we're still a little bit behind, but we are getting there, So in Zambia, in this case, you can actually come in and help those that want to venture into it. For example, you can develop softwares in this scenario. You can develop software, you can provide IT services, or establish data centers. That is something that is not even very common, like in Zambia here. Develop data centers, guys. Very important. Okay. So, like I said, there are only a few IT or information technology centers that I've seen, like in Zambia. They're not even that much real, if I may put it that way. But since this being a new thing, people have interest, but you need to put in a lot of advertise your services to the masses out there, so that they actually get to know about it. Otherwise, if you just sit quiet, you're not going to be known, and then people don't even know the importance of this particular one. But it's really something that is very important, especially that we're getting into the digital world. We're getting into the .com kind of world. We need such kind of services. Everybody, each and every company, for example, they want to have an IT department. So if you are that kind of a person that can provide certain services such as these, you are highly needed, like right here in Zambia. Okay, so the last but not the least, that's the 10th, is education. So you can establish private schools, universities, or training institutions. So like in the areas that I've done some tours, some walking tours here in Lusaka, Zambia, you notice that I don't talk much about schools that are available, because in most of them there are no schools at all. Okay, so if you are that kind of a person that would want to invest in that, you can look at some of my videos that I've done in the recent past, where I'm showing you guys the neighborhood, and you can see some of these are very affluent neighborhoods, which you can actually tell that they will need maybe a baby, which need like a school, in short. Like these areas need schools, these areas need training institution, these areas need skills training institutions. So yeah, you can venture into this one. It's a very good business actually, and you can never go wrong if you start investing, because this time, like I always say, Zambia is still developing, and people now have begun to realize the importance of education. So if you have that college, that university, or a training institution, you can never go wrong. It's the best thing that you can actually do, especially to open it in a very good area, in an affluent area where people are always looking forward to getting these diplomas, acquiring knowledge in certain fields. So if you open one, you actually going to be reaping the best results. That one I can actually tell you. Okay, so to be successful in any of these ventures, guys, you need to really conduct a thorough market research, develop a solid business plan, secure funding or investment, build strategic partnerships. Partnerships are always very important. Partner with people that know the area very well, people that understand your business very well, things like that. So you also need to kind of ensure compliance with the Zambian laws. That is very important, and also some regulations that have been put up with certain institutions, Zambian institutions, government institutions, that is to say. Additionally, consider the following government initiatives and programs. For example, the Zambia Development Agency, which is the ZDA, which actually offers incentives for investors. Also private sector development reform program. It also supports business growth. Okay, so Ministry of Commerce is a very key member if you want to get a lot of information about certain areas. Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry plays a very key role in this particular regard. So it provides resources for entrepreneurs, that is to say, and also please consult with relevant experts, authorities and professionals before investing or starting a business in Zambia. Okay, so I'll end here for today. I hope you found value from what I've shared with you today, and if you have, please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. I do a lot of travel videos, but sometimes I come out and do a talking head video such as this one, and I hope you've enjoyed it from start to finish. And if this is when you've just come across my channel for the first time, please make sure that you subscribe, guys, and give this video a thumbs up. That really helps. If you want to support me financially as well, you can do so by Western Union. I have my number on the channel, so make sure that you see it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye, take care of yourselves.